on the corner of 25 West Main Street in downtown Vermilion. The Spot, Winnie Mays, is proud to support programming on Coyote News. The Spot, Winnie Mays, providing salon and spa services for men, women, and children.
Are being made in downtown Vermilion.
Plus, Wi-Fi improvements are also planned for some USD residence halls. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Hi, I'm Delaney Nellis.
And I'm Philip Larson. We'll get to those stories and more, but first, Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos has announced he'll be stepping down by this summer. The new CEO will be Andy Jassy. Bezos will become the company's executive chairman. This will keep him involved in key operational decisions that will happen with the company, but not in the day-to-day operations.
South Dakota health officials report 209 new COVID cases and 3 deaths in the last 24 hours. The latest fatalities bring the state's death toll to 1,782 people. Active cases are down slightly to 2,552, while hospitalizations are up to 133. Health systems have distributed more than 104,000 doses of the vaccine, with roughly 31,000 people having completed the full vaccine series. USD currently has 7 active COVID cases and 17 in quarantine. Coyote News' Caitlin Sterling is live in the muck to learn about what happens to people who refuse to wear a mask indoors. Caitlin?
Thanks, Delaney. I'm here in the muck with Vice President and Dean of Students, Kim Grieve. So, Kim, since face coverings are required in all public indoor spaces on campus, are there any consequences for those who choose not to wear a mask?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for wearing their mask. Really, we have only 7 cases, as it was just said, and that's because students have been doing such a good job, and the whole campus community has come together to make sure that we're safe. But if you do have several violations where you're caught not wearing your mask, then you will be asked to come to Student Rights and Responsibilities to have an educational moment, to talk about the importance of protecting the PAC, protecting all of us here on campus.
Are there masks available for where it's required in those spaces?
Yes, we have masks at the muck front desk, at the wellness center, and classrooms. So if somebody would forget their mask, we'd make sure that they have one so that they could stay in class or get their food at the muck.
Right. So what can professors do if their student is not properly wearing a mask?
Yeah, they can ask them, first of all, to put on a mask and offer them a mask. And if they continue not to put on a mask, then they'll give their name to Student Rights and Responsibilities, and we'll reach out to them and have that conversation.
Yes, definitely. So where can students find more information about USD's mask policy?
Yeah, our COVID-19 website is available, and students should be checking that every so often because things do change. Like we just opened the Wellness Center to level 3, and so intramurals are happening. So always check in with the website to see what's new on campus.
All right, for sure. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Live in the muck for Coyote News, I'm Caitlin Sterling.
Thanks, Caitlin. On Monday afternoon, the biannual Meet the Greeks event took place in the Muck Ballroom. Sales pitches, offers of free food, prizes, and exchanges of contact information took place throughout the afternoon. 11 different fraternities and sororities used the event to get to know and recruit potential newcomers to their organizations. While the spring semester event is much smaller than its fall counterpart, it's still an opportunity for those to join Greek life who didn't join during the previous semester. For more information about Greek life, you can visit usd.edu/Greek.
For several years, Vermilion has had a plan to improve the downtown streetscape. This week, city engineer Jose Dominguez presented the plan to the city council. The downtown streetscape project plans to improve Main, Market, and Court Street, with the Main Street being the top priority.
I think this project's actually going to serve as a good frame to Vermilion. Vermilion's a very historic town and has a lot of beautiful aspects, I guess, to offer to the public in general, besides the citizens of Vermilion. And this project will showcase what Vermilion can offer. We're going to have planting, seating areas where businesses can actually come outside rather than just stay inside.
The project was approved at the City Council meeting, and the goal is to have it finished by D-Days 2021. Phil, it seems as though we are continuing to have this cloudy weather.
That's right, Delaney. Unfortunately, it looks like the clouds will be around a little longer. Currently, Clay County is in a winter weather advisory. Right now, it's 39 degrees outside. The low for tonight is going to be a chilly 19 degrees with possible snow. Tomorrow will be windy, bringing a high near 25 degrees and a low in the teens. We might get a peek at the sun on Friday with a high into the mid-20s and a low in the single digits. The weekend looks to be a bit harsher. You might want to add a couple of extra layers when going outside. Sunday has a 40% chance of snow with a high of 9 degrees and a low of -6. And that's all for your Coyote weather.
Thanks, Phil. Still to come on Coyote News, the plans for an annual festival.
This is Coyote News.
As COVID numbers have been dropping, the Wellness Center has been able to open more of its operations. On Wednesday, the center announced it's going to be able to move into Phase 3. Phase 3 allows the center to now offer open gym. The Wellness Center continues to operate at 30% capacity.
For many students, the use of smart devices such as Alexa or Google Home is a convenience they regret leaving at home. University Housing and IT have come up with a solution. Coyote News' Kyle Ireland has more.
Over the winter break, University Housing and the IT department began implementing a new Wi-Fi service into the residence halls that would allow for smart devices and Roku TVs to work on campus wireless internet. Cody Burgraff is the assistant director of housing. He says that giving students the ability to use their devices was important.
It showed a need to maybe still refocus our educational mission and try to make sure the educational mission was still at the forefront, but still allowed students to have their free time to do what they wished with their private devices and things like that. We wanted to make sure they were able to do that. So
they originally started updating the Wi-Fi capability in Coyote Village, but unforeseen issues with the technology meant that they would have to wait on rolling the update out to other residence halls such as North Complex and McFadden.
As soon as we fix those issues, we'll roll out building by building some more too. So you're probably not going to see a full rollout, in my estimation, probably honestly until the fall semester.
Burgess and Norton residence halls are the only ones that currently have the update. Reporting for Coyote News, I'm Kyle Ireland.
IT and University Housing continue to work together to bring wireless internet to the other halls.
This year, the South Dakota Shakespeare Festival continues despite challenges caused by COVID-19. USD's theater department partners with the South Dakota Shakespeare Festival once again. This year's play is Twelfth Night, or What You Will. Initial auditions were held last Friday. Callbacks are set for this Friday. Director Oliver Mays says the play examines the power of love and desire and how that unpredictable power can cause conflicts between partners. The festival will be held in Prentice Park Amphitheater in late June and is open to the public.
Students were able to explore study abroad opportunities at the Gallagher Center's Study Away Expo. Students walked around different booths this afternoon collecting stamps to earn a free mug with hot chocolate. If you missed the expo, stop by the Gallagher Center to find out more about what Study Abroad offers at USD.
The USD Men's and Women's Chorus is now combined with the concert choir for the spring semester. The groups, both directed by Dr. Timothy Campbell, rehearse once a week in Alf's Auditorium to prepare for the upcoming concerts later this spring. Each singer attends the rehearsal with both a mask and music in hand.
We're following all of the university guidelines and as many of the CDC guidelines as are appropriate. So we're masking, we're 6 feet apart. The live music is a really big deal, I think, for our students, but even more so, it's important to keep ourselves in the public spotlight and make sure that the people know that the arts is thriving in this time, even though it's hard, that it is alive and that it is thriving.
This year's concerts are on March 2nd and April 20th and will be live streamed online. Sierra, I heard the esports team won money by a Twitter competition.
That's right, Delaney. I'll talk about that and more when we come back.
The Honors Lounge is my favorite place to study on campus.
The Honors Lounge, located in Old Main, offers 24-hour access. With quiet study space, free printing, study snacks, and computer access. To join, contact the University Honors Program.
This is Coyote News.
Welcome back. I'm Sierra Prue, and this is your Coyote Sports. USD's esports team has won $15,000 in a 3-month-long Level Next Twitter competition. Universities and colleges throughout the world competed to earn the most points. The USD team posted original tweets, getting likes, retweets, and replies using the hashtag #LevelNextChampionships. The esports team beat 123 university and college teams, winning by over 10,000 points. The Coyote Crazies helped the team win the competition, also by gaining points through Twitter. Kicking off a weekend full of sports, the Coyote volleyball team beat Creighton at Creighton on Friday, but lost at home on Sunday. What began as an 0-2 set deficit quickly turned in the Yotes' favor, ending the Blue Jays' 12-match home win streak, the 5th longest in the nation. USD registered one of the biggest wins in school history when the Yotes beat the number 14th ranked Blue Jays. Representing number 6, Elizabeth Junkie led the team's stats with 18 kills, and teammate Lola Weideman led in digs with 27. Together, they dropped the Blue Jays' ranking from 14th to 19th place, but the tide turned on Sunday when the Coyotes played Creighton here in Vermilion. The Yotes lost to the Blue Jays 2-3. Next, the volleyball team takes on North Dakota and Grand Forks on both Sunday and Monday. 3 USD swimming and diving team members have been named Summit League Athletes of the Week after the 2-day weekend event at Midco Aquatic Center. Stella Fairbanks, Seth O'Day, and Jacob Wan stood out amongst the competition. Fairbanks, a freshman from Highland, Michigan, swept all 4 diving competitions during the Coyote Quad Duels. O'Day won 3 of the 4 diving competitions during the meet and placed second in the other. Juan, a junior from Katy, Texas, earned his second consecutive Male Swimmer of the Week honor after posting top 2 finishes in all 6 of his races. Both the men's and women's teams will host South Dakota State on February 12th inside the Dakota Dome. The men's basketball team beat the Omaha Mavericks in 2 consecutive games last weekend at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center. This was the first home game since students returned to campus for the spring semester. Fans took advantage of the limited capacity seating and made their presence known. Coyotes defeated the Mavericks on Friday, 91-59. On Saturday, the Mavericks led for the first half of the game, but the Yotes came out of halftime offensively and built a lead. The Mavericks were able to catch back up to themselves in position to trail by 3 with 15 seconds left. But it wasn't enough time for Omaha. USD claimed the victory with a final score of 97-93. Looking ahead to this weekend, the Coyote basketball teams both traveled to Brookings to face the South Dakota State Jackrabbits for a 2-day doubleheader event. The women's team tips off in Frost Arena at 5, followed by the men's game at 7:30. The games usually draw big crowds, but due to COVID, visiting fans and students are not allowed to attend the game. Coyote football has 8 members on the Missouri Valley Football Conference preseason team. Today's announcement came following votes from coaches, sports information directors, and media panel. Running back Kai Henry, tight end Brett Sampson, offensive lineman Mason Scheidegger, linebacker Jack Cochran, and punter Brady Scott were named to the 31-player team. Wide receiver Caleb Vander Esch, kicker Mason Lorber, and junior long snapper Dalton Godfrey earned honorable mention. You can find that story and more on GoYotes.com. The Coyotes football season kicks off on February 19th, but for many football fans, there's still one last game to pay attention to. Super Bowl 55 takes place this Sunday in Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. If you're not a football fan, you might be a fan of the halftime show. The Weeknd is set to headline the event following a national anthem performance by Eric Church and Jasmine Sullivan. Starting quarterback Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs will face first-year Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady in his personal 10th Super Bowl appearance. Yesterday marked the 1-year anniversary of the Chiefs' last Super Bowl win and Andy Reid's first Super Bowl ring as a head coach. The game's a coin flip as to who will receive the Lombardi Trophy. The prediction of an offensive showcase has caused experts to put scores in the mid-20s to 30s within a 1-touchdown difference. That's all for your Coyote sports. Coming up on Coyote News, we asked the students which team they think will win Super Bowl 55.
I like shooting live because you have a greater responsibility. You get to go out, get hands-on experience in the field, and you know it's leading you to something great for the future. I really like the teamwork and being able to communicate with people. We all know what jobs we're supposed to be doing, and we all know what needs to get done. There's something about being live outside of the studio. Being on your own, it's just a different energy. I like being part of a team and working together to get the perfect interview. I think it's worth it from all the experience and all the skills you're going to get from it. It definitely helps you break down some barriers and opens you up to new experiences.
PAVE is promoting awareness, victim empowerment, but it's more than that. PAVE is hope, community, inspiring, change, friendship, diverse, USD, understanding, important, dedicated, powerful. PAVE is shattering the silence of sexual violence.
This is Coyote News.
Sports fans are getting excited for this weekend. It's Super Bowl 55.
In this week's Out and About, we asked students if they were rooting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Kansas City Chiefs.
Here's what they had to say.
I have no idea who's even going to be in the Super Bowl, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to say Chiefs because I went to a concert at their stadium once, so it's good enough for me.
I'll go for Tampa Bay because I'm a Denver Broncos fan, so I hate the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes is just too good, so.
I think that probably the Buccaneers because, Tom Brady, he already has like 6 Super Bowl rings. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets another one.
The Chiefs because I like their colors.
I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. I think Patrick Mahomes and all their weapons they have on offense are just too good for the Bucs to keep up with. And Tom Brady's good and he's a legend, but I don't think they can keep up with the Kansas City Chiefs.
The Chiefs, and because my family likes them.
I'm thinking the Chiefs. Got to respect Patrick Mahomes. He's just a different level of talent right now, and everything he does is just ridiculous.
100% the Bucks, because I got a roommate that's a Chiefs fan, and I'm not about to hear that for the next 6 months.
The Chiefs, because I'm a Packers fan and I hate Tom Brady.
I'm going for Kansas City because Jackson Mahomes is my favorite TikToker.
Who's playing?
I think the Chiefs are going to win because they got Patty Mahomes, and he's kind of a GOAT.
Definitely the Chiefs, because they won last year.
I don't really keep up with football, but I am excited to see what commercials they have this year.
I personally am going to have to go with a majority and say Kansas City. I'm really hoping that that defense can finally send Tom back to the retirement home where he belongs.
Something I feel a lot of us forgot about was Groundhog's Day. Punxsutawney Phil from Pennsylvania did see his shadow, so prepare for 6 more weeks of winter.
However, South Dakota may say otherwise.
I really wish you wouldn't have seen your shadow, Phil.
Yeah, it's still there, so sorry, world.
Be sure to pick up this week's issue of the Volant, out today with a look into the National Music Museum renovations.
That's all for Coyote News. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat.
And watch and listen for Coyote News' daily updates throughout the week on KAOR and the Coyote News Media social media pages.
Thank you for joining us, and have a great night.